Hi guys, it's Sarah Norwood. I am here on my functional neurological disorder journey series. It is, I want to say October 3rd, 2024, and I am here today to talk about what it's like to actually have a functional seizure, at least in my experience. Every FND patient, person, experiences something different. Some people with FND don't even experience seizures. They experience more like muscle spasms or paralysis or slurred speech or memory loss. But for me, I have what looks and acts very much like a traditional epileptic seizure, but it has nothing to do with the structure of my brain, anything in the structure or the hardware of my brain being wrong. It is more with the software of my brain. So my brain will want to tell my body to do something, but my body will get a mixed signal and will usually not be able to do that, and vice versa. So functional neurological disorder can affect your nervous system and how your brain and body sends and receives signals. So during my functional seizures, what happens usually is I get them almost every day now, but if I have a little break, the day before I have a seizure, I will have what's called absence seizures or staring spells or dissociative seizures. So I'll find myself spacing out for all day long. And then the morning of a big seizure, I start having, and I'm not sure if I have tardive dyskinesia yet. I'm going to a neurologist. You can have other things with FND, but I start in bed before I even get out of bed. My face starts going like all these movements. My eye will start shutting. Sometimes I'll go like I get lockjaw. And that's when I'll tell my family, I think it's going to be a seizure day. If I'm downstairs watching TV in the living room, and I have some sort of notice, like what usually happens for me is I start having my movement disorder. I start jerking like that, or I start talking like or I slur my speech, or like I just feel exhausted all of a sudden. If I'm lucky enough, I will immediately start walking up the stairs, holding on to the handrail. I will get assistance if my husband or son are there. But if they aren't there, I will try with all my might to try and get upstairs to get to my safe space, which is my bed. But oftentimes what happens is it will take me forever to get up the stairs because my brain will be saying, lift your left foot up, lift your right foot up, just step, and either I will trip, fall, or I just won't be able to walk. If I'm lucky enough to get on my bed, what often happens with me is I start to get dystonia, which is really locked limbs, and my hands, like, I don't know how I can describe this, but it's like they get very locked. I get what's called like T-Rex arms. I will have muscle shaking. My eyes will go back in my head. My legs will often straighten out and my feet will curve in. I won't be able to speak. I won't be able to communicate. If I do, I don't make much sense. I can't like yell for help or anything. But with a functional seizure, most times when you're not passed out, you are aware that you are having the seizure. That's the difference between epileptic seizures. A lot of people, when they're having an epileptic seizure, they're completely unconscious and they're not aware. What's really hard about functional seizures is you are aware of like what's happening, but you can't stop it. It's involuntary, it's subconscious. Normally with my seizures, they can go on anywhere from 30 minutes to 2 hours. And I am lucky and fortunate to have a husband that will squeeze my feet, or my son will come in and hold my hand and they'll let me know it's okay, we're here. My daughter has seen me seize and she's good. She can, like, she massages my legs, and that's like, I know that they're there. at the end of my seizure, which is very exhausting, I start to cry. It's almost like my body has a release. So when I start to cry, my husband will say, okay, we're almost there. It's almost over. And then I will cry, and then I will have to nap for several hours. Oftentimes I can't, my legs don't work after a seizure. It can take anywhere from like 20 minutes to hours to be able to walk. So I have a walker, I have a cane. Oftentimes after a seizure, I will continue to slur my speech or like not be able to get words out. I can't think of an object. My brain there's memory fog. So it is exhausting. And what is happening now, because I'm kind of full blown in it, is like daily seizures. And I almost don't like if I don't have a seizure, because then if it builds up for 2 or 3 days, it is a doozy. I am currently, like I've said, in treatment at Ann Schutz at the Non-Epileptic Seizure Functional Neurological Disorder Program and Clinic. And I'm in an 18-week program learning a curriculum of how to identify triggers and how to kind of soothe my nervous system so that I'm in more of a relaxed state. If I get stressed at all, forget it, all bets are off. The problem is, for me, because I'm a trauma survivor, being relaxed is a trigger. So this is where everybody's different. So people will say, meditate, do all this stuff. Well, that was my whole business, meditating and using energy healing tools and everything like that. That's all I ever did. So for me now, when I relax, I seize. It's when I'm kind of like doing dishes and cleaning, like that actually helps me not seize. So we're trying to figure out a good balance here, but that is what a day in a life of experiencing functional seizure can look like. Now, everybody in my group is different, and some people just have the staring spell. Some people have the full tonic, clonic looking seizure like me. So it's not easy, but if you have FND, I hope that you connect with people. It's very hard to leave the house. It's embarrassing to have a seizure. I just had one at a family barbecue. It's embarrassing. But please try and stay connected to other people, because if we isolate, it's even worse for us, because oftentimes depression and anxiety are par for the course with functional neurological disorders. So please reach out. Know that there's help. Know that you're not alone. I get it. I'm in bed most days. If I go outside, I got to wear these big sunglasses. I'm scared to go like Christmas parties this year, but I'm doing this just to say, yes, there is help, and there is a way to at least alleviate the frequency and the duration of your seizures. And some people make full recoveries, 40 to 60%. So that's what I'm hoping for with myself too. Anyway, I hope that helps explain a little bit what a functional seizure is with FND. And I wish you all well and have a beautiful fall day. Mwah.